Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. In today's video, I'm going to talk about all the books that I DNF'd in 2020. DNF means did not finish, and before this year, I have always been gun shy about DNFing a book because I always used to feel that so much effort has gone into writing the book, so the author has put in so much effort, and I have bought this book, so I should be reading it. It'll be such a waste of money if I don't. But 2020 has been a completely different year for me because I have DNF'd books left, right and center, and by left, right and center I mean I have DNF'd 6 books, and that's a lot because before this I hardly DNF'd a book once or twice a year, maybe once a year, and before that never. I have never left a book like I'm never going to read this again kind of feeling. That feeling used to always unsettle me. So now I'm pretty comfortable with in the way that I see reading and I see books, and if a book is not working for me, I will not put myself through that and I will just put it aside, and I did that for 6 books this year and I am really proud of that. But I'm also a little disappointed that they weren't good and that I could not stomach what they were trying to say being the operative word here. So without any further ado, let's get into this video and let me share with you all the books that I DNF'd in 2020. A quick disclaimer before I start this video: all the opinions expressed in this video are my own. These books I DNF'd because I did not like them. They did not work for me. If they worked for you, if you loved those books, then I respect that and I'm really glad they worked for you, but they just were not for me. They are my opinions. I feel like I have to give this disclaimer every single time I do a diss video or a worst books or some of these books. But oh my god, the first book that I DNF'd in 2020 was a review copy, and I can't believe I did that. Like I don't know why also, but I know exactly why. The book is called Ravanputra Meghnad by Kevin Missal. In Indian circles, Kevin Missal is really widely loved for his retellings and for his mythological fantasy stories. And you know what? I did not like his writing. I felt it's half-baked at best, and I felt that he's trying to bring that weight, that warmth, that strength to his writing, but he's not able to, and he is trying to be Chetan Bhagat. Like, me comparing him to Chetan Bhagat is in no way a compliment, but I just feel like there's a lot that can be done with the topics that he is writing about, but all his writing is just half-baked at best. And I'm not saying that nobody else can like it or I don't like it, so it's not good. I'm just saying that I don't find it good. You will find it good, it works for you, great, amazing, but it's just, his work is just not for me, and I'm never going to read Kevin Missal. Not that I have read his book because I just left it halfway through, but yeah. And Ravanputra Meghnad, it was part of the store, I think, that the publisher was having, and I'm like, I cannot digest this. How can I be part of the store? And I ended up DNFing it because I couldn't go through with that. I read like 60-70 pages, I think, and I'm like, no man, no, please, I can't, it's not for me. Next is an absolute classic. It's literally termed a classic because it's by Virginia Woolf, and I DNF'd the book. And the book is To the Lighthouse. And I tried, man. I really tried very hard. But in the first few pages only, I'm like, what are you trying to say? Like, it's all fancy ramblings, okay? I know that the author, this book is more of a thought process, but then again, that discontinuity is there, no? Or what you could call it, the continuity in thought, but the discontinuity in that rambly kind of way. I felt it was just not for me. I do not like such books. I'm very intimidated by them, and sometimes I end up not liking them and DNFing them, like I did for To the Lighthouse. I don't think I will go back to it. Maybe sometime in the future, way into the future, when I'm like, okay, let's give this a try, maybe I'll then go and read that book, but not anytime soon. I just didn't find a point. I need to find that center of gravity in a book which I can just keep coming back to, which I will absolutely love, but there was nothing here. Number 3 is Summer at the Little French Cafe by Karen Clark, and this was a NetGalley arc which I got early last year, and I ended up reading this year, trying to read this year. And this is the story of a woman who goes looking for her French-born mother in a French village, I think, and there's a French cafe, and there are the people who work there and how she gets on with them and all that. But listen, one of the men in this book is a creep. The woman, she has problematic thoughts. I mean, she has problematic views. And Summer at the Little French Cafe, the cafe is hardly there. And there's a lot of Karen-y things in this book, and I did not like it at all. Like, I was pretty annoyed by it in the first 20-25%, and I'm like, no man, if this does not get better in the next 10 or so percent, I'm just going to put it aside. And why write this book? I mean, you're trying to be intense, but then you're also fat phobic and you're shaming people, and there's a creep walking around and you have no issues with it. You're literally saying that men who creep up on you, who are creeps like that, who turn up at your doorstep even when you say no, they are romantic. Are you trying to say that it's cool? I mean, there's a lot of problems with this book, so I'm like, no baba, NetGalley, you keep it for yourself. I'm not going to read this. No. The 4th book is Don't Believe a Word, The Surprising Truth About Language by David Shariat Madari. And for this, I think it was me. It was because of my own preferences that I DNF'd it. And one of the biggest reasons why is that in this book there are a lot of pronunciations. Like, I was listening to the audiobook on Libro FM, and when you don't have the word to look at while you listen to the pronunciation, it does not register in your mind. At least it does not register for me. So I feel that you need to have a paperback or an e-copy, and you have to read it while listening to it so that you better understand what the author is trying to say. So that was the reason why I DNF'd this book. And I feel like the truth about language that the author is saying, there was a lot to be discovered in this book, but because of these issues, I DNF'd it at about 4% or something, and that was I think the quickest DNF I've ever done. But if in the future I ever get my hands on a copy of this book, a paperback or an e-copy or whatever, I will definitely go back and listen to this while reading the book. So I think that's a plus in its own way. Next up is Latitudes of Longing by Shubhangi Swaroop. I feel like this book is so widely loved in the bookish community in India, and I really wanted to love it as well, but even until halfway through, I did not find that spark that called to me. I felt like it was unnecessarily lyrical, and in that lyricality, I felt that the whole meaning of what the author is trying to say, it sort of got lost. And I'm not a fan of that. Like, I need to know why things are happening the way they are happening. I mean, I'm all for lyricality. I mean, if a book is lyrical, I will love it. But there has to be some sense of what is going on, right? That disconnect, I don't like. I do not like that disconnect. And this was one book that I was really upset about not liking, because I don't know why. I mean, it's okay to not like a book that everyone else loves and all that, but somehow I felt that, yeah, it would have been so good if I had liked this book and all that. I even unhauled it. I've already sent it off, and I don't have the copy with me anymore. But I just wish I had liked it, or if the book had been written in a slightly lesser lyrical manner, it would have worked wonders for me as well. But yeah, what can we do? I DNF'd it, I think, halfway through, and I'm like, no, I cannot with this book anymore. Okay, man, we are on the last leg of this video, and the last book I DNF'd was one that I was really pissed off at. So angry, man. I can't even tell you. The book is called Fate of Eight by Dheeraj Singh, and it is one of the most annoying, sexist, misogynistic, even racist. There's a lot of racist undertones also in that book, and I'm like, how did this get approved? How did this get published? And I was so angry. Even now, at the mere memory, if you can see, I'm like proper reacting to it. And that book shouldn't exist. That is one book that there are too many issues with. Like, I can't even say that the list that I just mentioned is the end of it. No, there's a lot. Too many problems. And I'm like, oh, I tried and I DNF'd it, I think, about 80 or 100 pages from the end. Nahi hua. No, please. So those were all the books that I DNF'd in 2020. Which of these have you read? Which ones did you DNF? Which other books did you DNF? Which ones did you like? Which ones did you not like? Tell me all about your DNFing history, or tell me all about what you think of DNFing books. Do you agree with me? Have you started DNFing? What is it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.